Welcome everyone to the Capitalized Marketing Lab. We meet the fourth Tuesday of every single month from 2 to 4. We're very thankful that you joined us. Glad you're here. And the opening portion of the Capitalized Marketing Lab is a marketing seminar. And then we do a breakaway for Q&A. And then at the end, we do a practical workshop where folks here have got their laptops, and we're gonna help people figure out their very practical marketing challenges. But we open the Capitalized Marketing Lab with a seminar. And so what I want to do is I've got just a few folks on Zoom here. This is not a Zoom-based seminar. Everybody here's in person. Thank you so much, guys. But we're going to record the opening portion of this because I want to share out. I want people to get a sense of what the Capitalized Marketing Lab is like. Now, here's what's going on. On my mind lately has been LinkedIn. And I was just meeting with a group of 15 realtors, and I asked them to raise their hand how many of them had posted on LinkedIn in the last month, and none of them had. And I made this point. I was like, guys, LinkedIn is where employed professionals are. They're your target audience. We want to speak to people who have the money to pay for our services. And LinkedIn is the place where that can happen. And we want to be there as professionals. Now, I want to talk about soon what you can post there, but think of it in this way. What can happen? Like, you're not going to sell a good or service as much on LinkedIn as you are going to gain a client. If you are a real estate agent, you're going to sell a home on Facebook. But on LinkedIn, you're going to gain a client. You get to be the professional that you are. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But there's some unique attributes of LinkedIn that you just don't want to miss out on. Specifically this, guys. 32% of Americans, 32%, basically 1 out of 3 are on LinkedIn. And that is not just 1 out of 3. It's typically gainfully employed folks. Using the stats that LinkedIn has, about 75% of the people on LinkedIn are gainfully employed. 75%. And the largest growing audience is 25 to 34, which makes sense because people graduating from college, they see this as a place to go to find a job. And it's also more affordable than Indeed and that kind of thing. The number of people who are finding jobs on LinkedIn is amazing. But here you get to be the professional that you are. You get to have wisdom. You get to share what it is that you do and what sets you apart. People say, I don't know what to post on LinkedIn. And I say, well, just go be the professional that you are. Share wisdom, share insights that you have. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But even on top of that, LinkedIn has the single best search function of any social media platform. If you want to find your target client, LinkedIn is the place to do it. So you guys are going to see up here on the monitor, I've got this projected, but I also want to share and record this. So let me share a screen right now for you guys. It's just going to take a moment. Let's see here. And I'm pull up my LinkedIn page. Give me a moment, just to get that going. This is always the dicey part of this whole thing. Here we go. So I'm going to go share it. And I've got my LinkedIn propped up right here. Okay, here's my LinkedIn feed. Now, a couple of things. It's incredibly important that you have your LinkedIn profile updated. A lot of folks have an old photo. A lot of folks have, their career from 10 years ago. It's incredibly important that you update your cover photo and your profile. So this is my main feed. If I go ahead and I click on my name, it's going to bring me to my profile. This is what people see when they come and find me. And you can see here, I got an up-to-date photo, and then I also have a banner that is sized for LinkedIn, and it also has contact information. You can click on it and you get to know everything about me. The only thing I would suggest for mine is maybe to mix up the sport coach, but at least those are different photo sessions, okay? Now, it's got my opening here, marketing strategist, working with realtors, coaches, and trades in the medical industry, enabling them to gain leads and convert them to revenue through the Capitalized Best program. Very clear. It's just who I work with, what I do, and how I deliver it, right? Now, if I scroll down, something interesting happens, okay? Now, again, let me show you. This is the feed. And when I click on my face, when I click on my name, it takes me here. LinkedIn tells on you. Because if you scroll down, it's going to let you know that I posted 2 hours ago and 5 hours ago. It shows most recent activity. So if you have not been on LinkedIn in months, it's going to say it's been months since you've done things. So it's not only that you're posting 5 days a week or 7 days a week. I'm posting 3 times a day at this point in time. It's not only that, it's also going to let people know how active you are. So you do have to be active on LinkedIn to make a difference. So it's going to do that. Okay. And then you can see here, capitalized marketing, medical consultant, pastor. It lets people know my prior jobs that I've had, my degrees. I've got a master's, I've got English, all that's up to date. I've got some recommendations. People say I've got public speaking skills, nonprofits, that kind of thing. So that makes sense here, right? My analytics, I can see that recently 77 people looked at my view, 402 impressions. I've shown up in 30 different search engines. You get all this information here. So let's go back to the front page here. So this is what's going on. This feed is exactly like Facebook, but it is business oriented, right? People are sharing news, people are sharing articles, and that kind of thing. And so you can see that most everybody is posting here with a photo, which makes sense. I'm posting photos, videos, and everything. Now look up here. When you get to post, you have video, photo, and write article, or you can just type out post. This is really unique. Videos are just like reels, photos are what they are, but the write article function gives you a chance to write and publish a blog post. And those gain you a lot of views. If you go back here, let me show you my most recent blog post. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my page, go to all my activities, show all posts. And right here, sorry, it's just going to take one moment for me to find that. It's going to take me one moment to find it. You can see that I wrote an article right here. Logic is the best way to make an emotional decision, especially true for your clients. And so you can see that that is what I'm doing, and I'm writing articles regularly because people see it as an avenue by which I get to show off my specialty, I show off my wisdom, and it shows that I'm actively on there. So this was an article that I wrote, and then you click on here and it's just like a traditional blog post, right? Here's my head, here's my title, and then there's my article. And so you get this opportunity to be an expert, and that's what you want to be. You're not like, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me. What you're doing on LinkedIn is you want to present yourself as an expert, and you are the one in your field. And so for me, I'm going to be a marketing and a business coaching expert. So I'm going to do that with videos, photos, and write articles. I'm doing 21 posts a week right now, and I schedule them ahead of time. And that is new on LinkedIn. So for example, if I go to photo and I upload a photo, let's say I upload this one here about a graphics package, right? Now, and I go to post it. Down here, this little clock right here is going to give me the opportunity to schedule it. And so I schedule all my posts beforehand for the week, except for the articles I write. And if I go to view all scheduled posts, then you're going to see that all of this is scheduled to go this week. And so if you don't have time to be in it live, though I encourage you to be on there live, you can schedule post, right? And again, all you do is hit start a post and go to the little clock, and it'll tell you how to schedule or what you have scheduled, okay? And then that way you can get ahead of your content through the week. Now, really, really important, what you want to do here is find people to connect with, because just posting is not going to enable you to find folks. It's really not. It is, let's see here. I've got a question coming from one of the folks. Yes, I'm going to show you how to find people. Yeah, thank you. And guys in the crowd, feel free. Hold on to your questions in a minute, but we're going to do those in the end. But here we want to find people. So let's say you want to find employed people for you're a real estate agent and you want to find people who are gainfully employed to connect with. And you're like, okay, in Virginia, in Fredericksburg, who people are gainfully employed? Oh, people who work at Mary Washington Hospital. So what I do is I just go up here and I type in the employer. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to bring up people who work at Mary Washington. It's that simple. And then I'm going to start connecting with them. It's just that simple. And you can filter by company, first, second, or third connectivity. So first means I should know them or they know someone that I know. And then you can add filters. You can say, well, you know what? I really need them to live in Spotsylvania. There they are. And then when I do that and filter it, it's going to bring up people who are gainfully employed, Mary Washington in Spotsylvania. And so that is phenomenal. And then you just friend all of those people. And then you're literally finding your target audience for free. And so you can't find anything else like that. And guys, I'm not using LinkedIn Premium. These are the standard services you can find. Now, there's also the opportunity on LinkedIn where you can, of course, you can have your business page. So you can go to Capitalized Marketing and you can have a business page, and you can see I've got posts in here. I posted there yesterday and that kind of thing. And then you can also do groups just like you do a Facebook group. So we have a Capitalize Your Best group just for LinkedIn. And so it functions very much in the same way. Now you can schedule posts for your business, but you can't schedule posts yet in the groups. And so that's something that I'm sure is coming soon. But guys, when you look at LinkedIn this way, you can find your target audience. You can show yourself as an expert, and you can connect with people that you might do business with. Now, I'm not even talking about finding a job or finding an employee. You can do all those things on there as well. But the whole goal here is that you want to grow your marketing. And on LinkedIn, you're the business professional. You're not like if you're selling homes over on Facebook. Here, you're the business professional. For example, let's say you know the stats of your particular industry. You could write a blog post about those stats. You could create a graphic about it. You could do a week-long series like, hey, this week I'm sharing you with the local stats about this thing. And then you show yourself as an expert. And then eventually people want to do business with you. So what we're going to do here inside the lab is that we're going to shut down the recording here. And then we're going to start taking Q&A on it. And then we're going to hop into your LinkedIn pages, help you get those right. But we also want to open up the back end of the Capitalized Lab to help people know, hey, if you got questions, we can hop into it. But right now, I want to get this recorded. I hope it's helpful. And guys, thanks so much for tuning in for this. Remember, the Capitalized Marketing Lab is the fourth Tuesday of every single month from 2 to 4. So hope to see you here. We've got a great crowd here. We're going to take care of them. I'll pause this here, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, friends, for tuning in.